Good day, this is Ray. Today is Friday, November 28th, 2025 for me. Another day of learning and growing. Hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well and staying safe. So this is the first month-end vlog in my new place. Moved in November 1st, and I've been trying to unpack as much as I can. Now, you gotta understand that I'm only here 3 days a week, and then I'm working from my previous location 4 days a week. So I don't have a lot of time to be able to unpack. So I try to maximize my time on the weekends. I am going to have an extra day. So I have today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to be able to unpack boxes because I took Monday off. I just decided that on Wednesday to do that. So yeah, so I'm going to have that extra day, which is great. And so today, the name of the game is to unpack a few boxes, relax, rest. I did my grocery shopping first thing this morning, and now I'm about to do my vlog, and it's freezing outside. So I've been on the road a lot this past month. I've been eating out more, unfortunately, because I'm staying at hotels each week, and been sticking within my budget. As a matter of fact, each time I use one credit card each week, and then I pay off that credit card as soon as all the charges are posted. And that's been working out for me. And as a matter of fact, one of my credit card companies increased my credit line when I saw how much more I've been using my credit card. And it is what it is, but I'm not going crazy and buying things that are out of the ordinary. So anyway, let me get into it. I don't have my outline of how I'm going to flow with the vlog. Forgive me, it's somewhere in the box where I have, the outline for it. But anyway, let me go ahead and get started. I'm already 2 minutes into this video. So the big picture is May 2019, I was diagnosed with lupus. I was in and out of the hospital 6 times in less than 2 years. I was racked up medical debt. June 2020 is when I started to aggressively pay off my consumer debt. May 2021 is when I learned how to budget. I got a financial coach, Brad Long, that taught me how to do a zero-based budget. December 2021, so that same year, became a first-time homeowner. January 2024 is when I paid off half of my consumer debt, original debt, which is over 115K, and I'm going to dig into those numbers. So let's take a look at the year so far, which is almost over. I started off the year at $44,991.55 of consumer debt. January, I paid off $1156.91. February, I paid off $1061.85. March, $1048.86. April, $1062.72. May, $1047.68. June, $1061.39. July, $1061.83. August, $1055.74. September, $1062.69. October, $1063.12, and November, $1052.99. And so for the year, I have paid off $11,735.78. Not too bad. How does that compare to last year's pace? So year to date, last year I was at $11,802.10. Once again, this year $11,735.78. And then that means I am behind by $66.32. All things considered, that's not too bad. Basically keeping up with the pace of last year, but making some excellent progress in an area that I will talk about in a little bit. So my very big emergency fund is at 87%. Last month, this month, it is holding steady at 87%. I believe that by January, I should be able to get that baby emergency fund back full. And actually, that might be my focus next year, is to increase my emergency fund to a full emergency fund. And I will talk about that later in another video. So the amount that I applied towards my debt payments in November was $1138.53. My debt decreased by $1052.99. That means I lost $85.54 in interest, which is not terrible. It's not great, but it is what it is. Next, I want to take a look at how I'm doing on my personal loan, which will be my last personal loan, prayerfully. So at the beginning of the year, my personal loan was at $9,900, and each month I made the target to pay it down by $825 a month. So Had to make my minimum payment and then one additional payment. So February through June, all checks. July through November, I'm glad to say that I'm still on target and that I've hit the numbers, and all I will have left to pay off is $825. Right? Oh, yeah, it's amazing. All things considered, there were some months where I thought that wouldn't happen, especially towards the last few months. If you don't know what's going on, is that I've moved to a different state, and I'm in the process of selling my home. I had to do some upgrades to my home, got a new stove, HVAC, things of that nature to be able to facilitate the sale of it. I put my home on the market last Thursday to be exact, and I'm hoping that it'll be a quick sale. We'll see. You know, it's just kind of hard to tell with this economy, but anyway, I didn't think I would be able to hit this goal, and looks like I am going to be able to pay off this personal loan by year end, which is my goal. So that's it with that. Let me see here. So like I said, I don't have the exact way I normally present. So next I'm going to run it all the way back to the beginning, you know, where I started and where I am now. So my consumer debt as of June 2020 was $115,041.89. I paid off a total of $81,786.12. My consumer debt as of today is $33,255.77, which means I paid off approximately 71% of my original debt. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say about that? That's a huge milestone for me. Over 70% of my consumer debt's paid off, and after next month, all I should have left is my student loans that I've been dealing with for 20 plus years. And you know, once I tackle that, or if I sell the home and I have enough profit to be able to pay it off, then that'll be a story for me to tell. It'll be part of my debt payoff journey. Looking at the percentages of debt, so my personal loan only makes up 2% of my total non-mortgage / consumer debt at $825, and then 98% of my debt is $32,430.77. This chart's going to be irrelevant in 2026 because my total debt will be the student loans. I guess what I can do is show you how my student loan is broken up into subsidized and unsubsidized. So that'll be something I'm going to consider if I remember to do that, is to have a chart showing the percentages of how much of what makes up what. That's assuming that I still have that debt. Okay, so so June 2020, $115,041.89. Got that chart up. Shows you what type of debt I had. Medical debt. Now the medical debt is a little I can't think of the word. It's a little misleading. Yeah, that's the word. Because I had a lot of my medical debt in credit cards as well as a personal loan. For a 401k loan. So we see $2,666.69 of medical debt. That doesn't include all the other debt that I had accrued meeting the out-of-pocket maximum 2019 and 2020. So yeah, I didn't have the money, so I had to put it on credit cards and within my loans. So anyway, that was the breakdown: medical debt, credit card debt, debt on installment, personal loans, as well as I have 401k loans within there, student loans, and my total debt again was $115,401.89. Now it looks a lot different. Lots of zeros, no medical, credit card debt, debt on installment, auto loan, 401k loan, personal loan, which could have been a combination of all those things previously. But now I'm down to the $825, and then lastly the student loans at $32,430.77, which means my total debt is $33,255.77. How do I feel about all of this? I feel good. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up next year, so I'll be making a higher income and I'll be living in a lower cost of living area. I'm not going to live outside of my means. I promise to stick to a zero-based budget. I've been doing that since May of 2021. I don't see any reason for stopping. Next year will be 5 years of consistent budgeting and patience, because this, it's not a sprint. This is a marathon. For me, I've had a lot of challenges health-wise that I had to deal with, making this big move, of course. Even going back to 2019 when I stepped down from my role of management, not thinking that, in 6 years I'd be going back into it. And there's been just a lot of changes along the way, but that's enough of that. I don't really even like talking about myself, but I wanted to show this journey, to show that it is possible to do it making less than 6 figures a year, considerably less after taxes. I'll be relatively closer to 6 figures, relatively speaking, but I won't be making that. Not yet. So anyway, if you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Post my videos. You can find me at youtube.com/and none of my budget. As always, thank you for watching. You all take care. See you all in December.